compulsory in public and private institutions, public places, including mosques and places of worship. No reporting without ethics, as press must work imbued with patriotism and sense of responsibility. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at Dhaka Reporters Unity Silver Jubilee celebration. 34th span installed to Podda Bridge, making 5,100 meters of mega project visible. Awami League shut the doors permanently for rapists and women repressors, says Obaidul Qadir. Durga Puja to conclude tomorrow with immersion of goddess as devotees perform Bihit Puja on Mohanavami today. World counts 5,592 corona deaths in the past 24 hours as total death toll hits over 11,56,000. And Mahmudullah 11 beat Najmul 11 by 7 wickets in final match of BCB President Cup cricket tournament. Assalamu alaikum. This is News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre. Those were the headlines. I'm Mahmoud Rahman, taking you through the details. The government has directed all public and private institutions, haat, bazaars, markets, mosques and other places of worship to make mask wearing compulsory. The directives came from the regular cabinet meeting held with Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the chair today. The Premier joined the meeting virtually from her official Ganabhavan residence, while her cabinet colleagues were connected from the Secretariat through video conferencing. At the very beginning of the meeting, the cabinet approved the revised draft of the President's address to the special Jatiyo সংসদ session of the 11th Parliament on the occasion of the Mujibiyya, the birth centenary of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Besides, the Cabinet gave final approval to the draft of the Women and Children Repression Prevention Amendment Act 2020 to replace the ordinance promulgated by the President a few days ago, keeping the provision of death penalty for rape. The Cabinet was also informed about active participation of Bangladesh delegation led by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the 75th United Nations General Assembly through the virtual platform. Apart from this, the Cabinet discussed the overall activities, including the incumbent government's precautionary measures on the outbreak of the fatal disease and also the possible upcoming second spell of COVID-19 in winter and its subsequent effect countrywide. After the meeting, briefing reporters at the Secretariat, Cabinet Secretary Khondokar Anwarul Islam said, "Mask wearing is a state order. No mask, no service." He said people of all public and private offices, social institutions, haat, bazaars, shopping malls, other establishments, educational institutions, mosques or other places of worship throughout the country must use masks in view of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. All offices must install notice boards writing "No mask, no service." None will be allowed to enter offices without masks in front of the offices or entry points of any institutions. Cabinet Secretary said, adding massive instructions have been issued everywhere. Government has already issued guidelines to the divisional commissioner offices in this connection. Besides, he said strong surveillance or close monitoring will be ensured in all spheres of life. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has called upon journalists of the country to work with responsibility and patriotism for the welfare of the people. At the same time, she also urged them to refrain from publishing any report which can mislead the people. The Prime Minister was inaugurating the Silver Jubilee programme of the Dhaka Reporters Unity, DRU, in the capital from Ganabhavan through video conferencing this morning. Sheikh Hasina said journalists work risking their lives, and many inner stories come to light through their reports. As a result, necessary actions can be taken to solve various problems. Putting emphasis on following the existing policy for the journalists, she said they will have to engage in this profession for the welfare of the country and its people.
মানুষের কল্যাণের কথা চিন্তা করে আপনারা কাজ করবেন। সাংবাদিকতাটা আমরা নিরপেক্ষতা চাই, বাস্তবমুখী চাই, এবং দেশ ও জাতির প্রতি যেন কর্তব্যবোধ থেকে হয় সেরকমই আমরা চাই। নীতিহীন সাংবাদিকতা কোনো দেশের কল্যাণ আনতে পারে না। একটা সময় আমাদের দেশে ছিল কি, যতই দুর্নীতি হোক, যতই অন্যায় হোক, সেগুলিকে ধামাচাপা দেওয়া হতো, আর সমস্যাগুলি ওই যে কথা বলে যে কার্পেটের নিচে লুকিয়ে রাখা। আমাদের সরকার কিন্তু আমরা তা করছি না। যেখানে যে রিপোর্ট হচ্ছে বা যা আমরা খবর পাচ্ছি বা যতটুকু, কোথাও কোনো দুর্নীতি বা কোনো ধরনের অন্যায় হলে পরে আমরা কিন্তু কখনো এই চিন্তা করি না যে এটা করলে পরে এর সঙ্গে আমার দল জড়িত কিনা, বা আমার অমুক জড়িত কিনা, বা আমার কোনো পার্টির বদনাম হবে কিনা, সরকারের বদনাম হবে কিনা। আমরা কিন্তু সেই চিন্তা কখনো করি না। আমি চিন্তা করি যেখানে অন্যায় হয়েছে তার বিরুদ্ধে আমাদের ব্যবস্থা নিতে হবে। আওয়ামী লীগ দুর্নীতিকে প্রশ্রয় দিচ্ছে না, সে যেই হোক তার বিরুদ্ধে ব্যবস্থা নিচ্ছে।
Press Secretary to the Prime Minister Ehsanul Karim moderated the function from Ganabhavan. Information Secretary Kamrul Nahar read out a written statement of Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. DRU organised the function from a city hotel where its incumbent President and General Secretary, former President and General Secretaries and founding members, among others, were present. The 34th span of the Podda Bridge was installed today, bringing a total of over 5.1 kilometres of the structure into view. The span was installed between pillars 7 and 8 at Mawa Point 6 days after the last one was set up. With the new one, a total of 3 spans have been placed on the bridge this month. 42 pillars are being constructed for the 6.15 kilometre long 2-storey Podda Bridge. The authority say another 7 of 41 spans will be installed on the pillars by December this year. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry said unfulfilled dreams of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, will come true if all work in unison with sincerity to execute the steps taken by the Prime Minister for development of the country. She was speaking at a programme in Pirganj of Rangpur today through video conference. The function was organised to unveil a mural of Bangabandhu at Sheikh Hasina Ideal Girls High School, marking the birth centenary of Father of the Nation. Headmaster of the school presided over the programme. Pirganj Upazila Porishad Chairman Nur Mohammad Mondol, Dinajpur Secondary and Higher Secondary Education Board Chairman Mohammad Abu Bakr Siddiqui, among others, also spoke. Later, the Upazila Project Implementation Authorities distributed corrugated sheets among 270 flood-affected families and tube wells among 422 people. In addition, as many as 5,000 tree saplings of different varieties were also distributed. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said the door of Awami League has been closed forever for rapists and women repressors. He made the remarks at a programme of Sharadiyo Durga Puja organised at Boshurhat and Kobirhat of his constituency in Noakhali this morning. Obaidul Qadir joined the programme through video conference from his government residence in the capital. Mentioning that party identity cannot be a shield for a criminal's self-defence, Obaidul Qadir said, criminal is the only identity of a criminal. About works of various ongoing development projects in Noakhali, the Awami League General Secretary said the remaining work will be completed during the tenure of the present government. Urging the people not to be confused on rumours, the Awami League General Secretary asked all not to post any kind of provocative posts in Facebook. He also urged the minority community not to think that they are weak, saying a vested quarter is spoiling the religious and communal harmony since the very beginning of this subcontinent.
আমার এলাকার যদি আমার পার্টির পরিচয়ে কেউ জড়িত হয় তার জন্য আওয়ামী লীগ থেকে তাকে শুধু বের করা হবে না, আওয়ামী লীগের দরজা চিরতরে বন্ধ হয়ে যাবে।
Besides, the Awami League General Secretary has joined at the puja program of Dhakeshwari National Temple in the capital through video conference. In the program, Obaidul Qadir said a vested quarter who are not tolerating country's development want to push the country backwards with various tactics.
ঢাকেশ্বরী মন্দিরে উপস্থিত সকলকে বাংলাদেশ আওয়ামী লীগের পক্ষ থেকে শারদীয় শুভেচ্ছা জানাচ্ছি। আপনারা জানেন বিশ্ব মাঝে সাম্প্রদায়িক সম্প্রীতির এক অনন্য উদাহরণ বঙ্গবন্ধুর বাংলাদেশ। আমাদের ঐক্য, সম্প্রীতি, সৌহার্দ্য সুদীর্ঘকালে একে অন্যের বিপদে এগিয়ে আসি। আমরা কারো প্রতিপক্ষ নই, আমরা প্রতিবেশী।
Bijoy Dashami of the 5-day Sharadiya Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival of the Hindu community, will be celebrated in the country tomorrow. With solemn immersion of goddess Durga, the puja will end tomorrow in the capital as elsewhere across the country. Today, Mahanabami has begun in the morning through rituals at all temples of the country, including the Dhakeshwari National Temple. Devotees of goddess Durga prayed for global peace and fraternity, alongside keeping humanity away from bad powers, including the coronavirus pandemic. They went through rituals and prayers at all temples across the country, including Dhakeshwari National Temple, Ramna Kali Mandir, Bordeshwari Kali Mandir, Sanatan Samaj Kollan Sangho and Ramakrishna Mission. Devotees prayed for a world free from the coronavirus pandemic following going back of goddess Durga to Kailash. Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Bikram Kumar Doraiswamy, worshipped at the Ramna Kali Mandir. He expressed hope for a COVID-19 free world, alongside taking the relations between Bangladesh and India to a new height. Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Vikram Kumar Doraiswamy, and his spouse visited Loknath Kali Mandir Puja Mandap at Shamibag in Dhaka this evening. During the visit, Indian High Commissioner said Bangladesh is now a unique example of communal harmony. Pankaj Debnath, MP, leaders of Puja Committee and worshippers were present. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood is free from coronavirus infection. An official handout today said the information minister was tested for COVID-19 on Saturday and the result came negative last night. His wife also tested negative. During the prevailing coronavirus epidemic, Dr. Hassan Mahmood went to office at the ministry regularly and took part in programs outside it by maintaining health code. Even he continued signing necessary official documents and papers while undergoing treatment at the hospital. The information minister got infected with COVID-19 and tested positive on October the 16th. At first he was admitted to Square Hospital and later was shifted to Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University BSMMU Hospital. 23 COVID-19 patients died in the last 24 hours in the country, increasing the death toll from the pandemic to 5,803. The recovery count rose to 3,15,107 after another 1,544 recovered during the period. A press release of the Directorate General of Health Services said this today. It said the tally of infections has surged to 3,98,815, with 1,308 new cases being confirmed. Now, international news. The COVID-19 global death toll crossed 11,56,000 as 5,592 people died in the last 24 hours globally. More than 4,30,60,000 have been infected globally. More than 3,17,43,000 people have recovered so far. The US, the current epicenter of the pandemic, has now 88,27,932 confirmed cases and 2,30,000 deaths. India, which is in the second spot in the list of nations worst hit by coronavirus, has now about 78,63,892 confirmed cases and 1,18,567 deaths. In Brazil, the total death toll from COVID-19 is 1,56,926, while 53,81,224 people were infected. President Donald Trump has voted early in the U.S. election while on a campaign visit in Florida. It marks the first time an incumbent president has voted in person in the state. After voting in West Palm Beach, Florida, the president also took the opportunity to attack mail-in ballots, warning that they can never be as secure as voting in person. Describing his experience at the polling station as perfect and very strict, he added it was a very secure vote, much more secure than when you send in a ballot. I can tell you that. There has been record early voting in the U.S. election, with 53 million people already having cast their ballots, largely because of fears over COVID-19. Official election day is the 3rd of November. The man believed to be Al-Qaeda's second in command has been killed, Afghan security forces have said. Abu Mohsin al-Masri was on the FBI's most wanted list and was charged with conspiracy to kill U.S. nationals. He was killed in a special operation in Ghazni province in eastern Afghanistan, the country's National Directorate of Security said in a tweet. Meanwhile, a suicide bombing at an education center in Afghanistan's capital, Kabul, killed 24 people, including teenage students, and wounded dozens more on Saturday, officials said. A Ministry of Interior spokesman, Tariq Aryan, said security guards had identified a bomber who detonated explosives in the street outside the Kausare Danish Center. International World Polio Day was observed yesterday across the country with various programs. Rotary District 3281 organized an international seminar at Radisson Hotel in Dhaka. District Governor Mohammad Rubaiyat Hussain formally inaugurated the programme. Rotarians from different clubs attended the seminar. UNICEF country representative in Bangladesh, Tumu Hozumi, and chair of the Rotary International Polio Plus Committee, Michael K. McGovern, spoke on the occasion through Zoom platform. Bangladesh was certified as polio-free country in 2012. Efforts to make Bangladesh polio-free started from 1985, while the National Immunization Day began in 1995. And now some sports news. Mohammadullah 11 won the BCV President's Cup title, beating Najmul 11 by 7 wickets in the final match at Mirpur today. Mohammadullah 11 won the toss and sent the Najmul 11 to bat first. Najmul 11 were all out for 173 in 47 overs and 1 ball. Irfan Shukur scored 75 runs for the team. Shumon Khan bagged 5 wickets for Mohammadullah 11. In reply, Mohammadullah 11 reached their victory target, scoring 177 for 3 wickets in 29 overs and 4 balls. Liton Dash scored 68, while Imrul Qais was unbeaten on 53 for Mohammadullah 11. And now to end the news, here again are the headlines. Cabinet directive makes mask wearing compulsory in public and private institutions, public places including mosques and places of worship. No reporting without ethics, as press must work imbued with patriotism and sense of responsibility, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at Dhaka Reporters Unity Silver Jubilee celebration. 34th span installed to Podda Bridge, making 5,100 metres of mega project visible. Awami League shut doors permanently for rapists and women repressors, says Ubaidul Qadir. Durga Puja to conclude tomorrow with immersion of goddess as devotees perform Bihit Puja on Mohanobami today. World counts 5,592 corona deaths in the past 24 hours as total death toll hits over 11,56,000. And Mohammadullah 11 beat Najmul 11 by 7 wickets in the final match of the BCV President Cup cricket tournament. That's it from the newsroom for now. If you can, do join us for our 11:30 news. In the meanwhile, thank you for being with us. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.